Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news here on KALH, weather always comes first. A storm system will pivot across the Carolinas, Mid-Atlantic, and northeastern U.S. into tomorrow with areas of heavy rainfall. Wintry precipitation is possible in parts of interior New England. Dry conditions and gusty winds will bring critical fire weather conditions today over parts of the northern high plains and shifting over the desert southwest and adjacent high plains over the weekend. Closer to home, temperatures will continue to warm through the weekend, with the hottest temperatures today through Sunday. Very dry conditions and plenty of sunshine, no chance for any rain through next week. Winds are generally light with the exception of low-end breezy conditions over the weekend. Tree pollen remains moderate, dust and dander remain high, so you can expect impacts to your sinuses and pulmonary ailments.
This is Lieutenant William Skaggs with Alamogordo Fire Department. Alamogordo Fire Department urges all residents and visitors to remain vigilant and take extra precautions in light of the current dry conditions and heightened fire dangers. Some key fire safety tips for our community are: avoid using open flames outdoors, including barbecues, fire pits, or any other burning. Always ensure fire rings or barbecue pits are properly managed and avoid using them in windy conditions. Proper disposal of cigarettes. If smoking, make sure to fully extinguish cigarettes and dispose of them in a safe, non-flammable container. Never discard cigarette butts on the ground or in dry areas. Vehicle safety. Avoid parking vehicles on dry grass or areas with tall vegetation, as hot exhaust pipes could spark fires. Be mindful of equipment use. Ensure that lawnmowers, chainsaws, and any equipment that could generate sparks are used with caution and not in windy conditions. Check equipment regularly for safety. Stay informed. Follow local fire restrictions and guidelines, and remain alert to any updates or emergency notifications issued by local authorities. The fire risk in Alamogordo is high due to ongoing dry conditions. Together, we can keep Alamogordo safe. Please stay alert and practice fire safety at all times.
We'll have another look at the weather following this news.
This is Range Control with roadblock information for Friday, April 11th. Roadblocks are subject to change without notice. Highway 70, Highway 380, Highway 54, Owen Road, Nike Avenue, and War Highway are scheduled to remain open all day.
Lieutenant William Skaggs, who we just heard from, represented New Mexico as the president of the New Mexico chapter of International Association of Arson Investigators at the 76th Annual International Association of Arson Investigators Incorporated Conference in Atlantic City. Congratulations! The Alamogordo Recreation Center presents Kid-tastic Fun Fair. That's this Saturday from 1 till 5. Music by a DJ, laser tag, open pool, a video game tournament, snacks, and a whole lot more. Best of all, this is free. Coming up on Saturday, April 19th, we're all invited up to Tiburon for something special. I spoke with Terry Ratley.
I am the vice president of the Tiburon Development Council, and we are involved in planning these events. For Easter, we're going to be celebrating on April 19th because we know that people go to church on Sundays. We're going to have a brunch at 10 a.m. We're going to be serving breakfast burritos, gravy, sausage, and biscuits. There's an Easter egg hunt at noon. And there's a rumor flying around that the Easter Bunny may actually make an appearance for all the children up here. So we are really looking forward to meeting him. And I'm sure the children are really looking forward to stealing his eggs and chasing him around, because that's what they do at that age.
Best of all, this event is free for the whole family. Donations will be accepted. For more information, drop an email to terryratley.tdc@gmail.com. That's Terry Ratley, TerryRatley.TDC@gmail.com. The Earth Day 2025 festivities at the zoo are looking pretty fantastic. I had a conversation with Sarah Moody. She's the education coordinator.
So we're inviting the community to come out to the zoo and celebrate Earth Day next Saturday, April 19th. From 10 to 4 p.m. This year's theme is Our Planet, Our Responsibility. This is encouraging our community to reflect on our shared duty to protect the earth and take meaningful actions towards a sustained future. It's going to be at the zoo. It's free entry, and it's going to be from 10 to 4 on Saturday, April 19th.
Check out the Alameda Park Zoo Facebook page for more details. Well, today is Friday. That means we get a cat chat from Kitty City.
Hi, this is Kathy Denton with Kitty City, and welcome to this week's edition of Cat Chat. Things aren't always as simple as black and white. That phrase holds true at Kitty City as well, at least when it comes to black and white cats. In fact, some of them can be downright complicated. Take Taylor, for example. Taylor is a handsome 4-year-old black and white tuxedo. He came in as a feral kitten and has been very slow in warming up and showing trust to us humans. Taylor occasionally allows a head pet now and then, especially when he is eating. In fact, during those times, he forgets himself and actually enjoys head scratches and pets. Nevertheless, Taylor remains indifferent toward humans. That's not to say he doesn't enjoy our company. Quite the contrary, he takes pleasure in hanging with us mere humans at arm's length, of course. Taylor gets along very well with other cats, is quite playful and really a very good boy who does not cause any trouble. He can be quite entertaining. Of course, not all of our black and white cats are as complex as Taylor. Pico and Gallo are newcomers to Kitty City and not even old enough to have formed their personalities. However, they are well on their way. At 7 weeks old, Pico and Gallo are still with their mama, Carnita, who is bringing them up well. Pico is a male and Gallo is a female. They are social kittens who can be held and cuddled, and they are becoming quite playful. They are a delight and will be available for adoption at the end of April. Millie is a 2.5-year-old shy little girl with lots of potential. She has taken some time to come to the conclusion that we humans are okay. Where she tended to remain in the background previously, she is now out in the open enjoying our visits. She loves receiving pets on the head. She moves her head to let us know the next spot where she likes to be petted. Millie's progress has been slow but promising, and we accept that from this not-so-simple black and white girl. Bandit is also not as simple as his colors. 6.5 years old, Bandit is a bit shy and timid. People he knows and is comfortable with can pick him up and place him on his lap. Then the petting begins. Then when the petting begins, Bandit is in heaven. He is playful and gets along well with the other cats. Please come by Kitty City at 56 Stanley Ranch Road to see these awesome black and white kitties who are anything but simple. Or you can visit our website at www.kittycitynm.com to view all the cats and kittens that are available for adoption and waiting for their forever family. Tomorrow, Saturday, April 12th, please join us at the White Sands Mall for our Kitty City adoption event from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Kitty City will have cats and kittens available for adoption, and Alamogordo Animal Control will have puppies and dogs available for adoption. These wonderful cats and kittens and puppies and dogs are waiting for their forever family. Kitten season has begun, and we have kittens available for adoption at the White Sands Mall adoption event tomorrow, April 12th, and Saturday, April 26th. Spring special is pay full price for one cat or kitten and half price for the second cat or kitten. Alamogordo Animal Control also does have some specials with the puppies and dogs. These cats and kittens and puppies and dogs are looking for their forever family. Please come out to the White Sands Mall tomorrow, April 12th, or April 26th for our adoption event. This has been Kathy Denton with this week's edition of Cat Chat. I'll be talking with you next week from Kitty City. Kitty City and you. No one loves them better.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
From basic to advanced computer repairs, it's GalacticGeeksPCRepair.com. Local business owned and operated by Greg Gutierrez. Available for on-site work from 9 to 6 daily. Installations, upgrades, even virus repair. For information, email Greg at GalacticGeeksPCRepair.com. Google IT support, professionally certified.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office is investigating a shooting that occurred at a Walmart store in southwest Albuquerque yesterday afternoon at 3. Deputies and police responded to shots fired. 2 shooting victims were hospitalized. Their injuries are not life-threatening. 29-year-old Tyrell Lee Johnson of Shiprock has pled guilty to assault after he stabbed his ex-girlfriend and then struck her with his vehicle. He faces up to 10 years in prison and 3 years of supervised release. Jane Doe and her sister were stopped at a construction zone. That's when Johnson went up to the vehicle on November 2nd of 2024. After the attack, she suffered a concussion, as well as bruising, abrasions, and the abdominal wound. Navajo police arrested Johnson following a quick pursuit. A black folding knife was found on his person. Officers confirmed there was no alcohol in his system. Johnson is an enrolled member of the Navajo Nation. 29-year-old Joe Angel Sandoval of Las Cruces received a 10-year prison sentence. A year ago, FBI agents executed a federal search warrant that was at Sandoval's house in Cruces, and they found 500 grams of fentanyl pills, 3 firearms, ammunition, and about $140,000 in cash. In his plea agreement, Sandoval admitted to being an unlawful user of fentanyl and acknowledged selling those pills for approximately 3 or 4 years, making him a prohibited possessor of firearms and ammunition under federal law. Bernalillo County District Attorney Sam Bregman officially launched his campaign for governor. That happened yesterday in Las Vegas. He's now challenging former New Mexico Congresswoman and former U.S. Interior Secretary Deb Haaland for that Democratic nomination. Bregman kept his introductory speech around 15 minutes long, relying on his accomplishments as the Bernalillo County District Attorney to underscore why he believes he's the right man to lead New Mexico into a new era. He says he's running on his own ideas.
I'm not a creature of Washington. I'm not someone who will pass an ideological purity litmus test from the extreme elements of my party. But as your next governor, I'll be committed to getting results.
Bregman is focusing his campaign on 4 major issues: crime, education, healthcare, and the economy. Being a lawman, it's no surprise that he wants to focus on crime. Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this: without a committed team of coaches and administrators, that just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 19 games for New Mexico softball today, including Hatchet Tularosa. Go, Lady Cats! 23 games for New Mexico baseball, nothing in the area. Well, today is Friday. It's time for a fishing report.
I'm Christy Lepis here on Crazy Radio, and it's time now to see where the fish are biting. Alto Lake, fishing for largemouth bass was fairly good when using jackhammer chatterbaits. Bill Evans Lake, fishing for trout was very good when using gold spoons. Fishing for bass was slow. Bonita Lake, fishing for trout was good when using salmon peach power bait. Carlsbad Municipal Lake, fishing for trout was good when using trout magnets and spinners. Elephant Butte Lake, fishing for striped bass was slow to fair when using jerkbaits. Fishing for catfish was good when using cut bait and very good when using chicken. Green Meadow Lake, fishing for catfish was fair to good when using power bait. Grindstone Lake, fishing for trout was good when using power bait, marshmallows, and chrome cast masters. Ned Hoke Ponds, fishing for channel catfish was slow to fair when using hot dogs with Kool-Aid and night crawlers. And our catch of the week is, drum roll please, Chance Benton, a teen cancer survivor from Albuquerque, caught 7 trout and a monster tiger muskie using hot dogs and worms at Blue Water Lake. That's it for this week. Join us next week as we tell you the fishing hotspots and what they are biting on. For Crazy Radio, I'm Christy Lepis, reminding you to take your family fishing.
Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, winds gusting up to 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, winds gusting up to 15. Sunny tomorrow, winds gusting up to 20. Your high today in the basin, 87. Low tonight of 59. High tomorrow, 91 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies, winds gusting up to 23 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, winds gusting up to 23. Sunny tomorrow, winds gusting as high as 30. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 66. Low tonight of 47. High tomorrow, 69 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and you can learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way, you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.